Hello, I'm Bryan Pascoe, the Chief Executive of ICMA. I'm delighted to be here today with Dr. Zamir Iqbal, who is the Vice President Finance and CFO at the Islamic Development Bank. Zamir, welcome.
Thank you, Bryan.
You're very familiar, I think it's fair to say, with ICMA. We've done a lot in terms of partnership over the years, but also around events. And this is, of course, a very important event for us now and going forward. What were some of the discussion points that you've picked up on today that resonate and have consistency or maybe are new from other events that you've been with that ICMA has convened?
Well, thank you so much, Bryan. It's always a pleasure to be with ICMA, and we really appreciate our relationship with ICMA. I think regarding, as you said, we have been together in many of these events, and I must say that this particular event stands out. And I'll tell you why. It stands out because here we, at least from my perspective, we are coming to a new market. That's why we're calling it a new frontier, because Chinese market is new to us from the Islamic capital markets point of view, and they are new to us and Islamic Development Bank. So that perspective, the discussions what I have seen this morning are very, very interesting and encouraging, because we see that they are talking about so much of development which is going on, and I think there's a great potential. So I really find today's event an excellent one, at least from our perspective, being able to open the path to this new market.
Yeah, no, thanks for those views. I think it's really good to see that you've had so much benefit from being here today, and it's been so informative, let's say. I mean, obviously, one of the themes that we've seen and heard quite consistently is how market structure is changing and capital flows are evolving. Are you seeing that in your funding experiences with maybe Chinese or other Asian investors stepping in more frequently and playing a bigger role in your order books and in the demand for your issuance these days? And looking ahead, do you expect that to continue?
Well, I think that's a two-way street. One is that we have not reached out to this part of the world or Asian market very aggressively. We have been, some of our main kind of investor were ASEAN countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei or so, but we did not kind of focus on this particular market, especially in Hong Kong and China. But I do believe there's a great potential, and listening to today's discussion, it encourages me, takes me a very kind of a positive view. Now, what we want to do is going forward, as I said, two-way street. We would like them to know about us and know about our scoop instrument. And we need to know more about this particular market and what they're looking for. I do believe that this market is very sensitive to, of course, like other investor returns, but other than returns, they're sensitive to the sustainability kind of agenda, the green agenda, as well as the doing economic development. So I think from that angle, I'm very optimistic that both of us, the Chinese market versus the Islamic financial markets overall can benefit from each other. And as I mentioned earlier in the speech, that Islamic financial market has now exceeding about $5 trillion US.
Yes.
And they are really eager, hungry for new opportunities. And that's where the Chinese market could offer them a good, attractive opportunities to invest. At the same time, I think this will also give them a bit better returns. So, I mean, I'm very optimistic. Today's discussions were very encouraging, and I'll definitely come back. And I really would look forward to doing something together with ICMA. We can continue our presence in this market.
Yeah. No, that's really encouraging to hear. I think building that two-way connectivity, as you point out, is very important. I also think building the knowledge around Islamic finance here in China is something that will need ongoing work. And obviously, Islamic Development Bank is better positioned than any organization really to help to facilitate that. So really appreciate your insights and your presence here today, and encouraged to hear that you are keen to come back and join us again.